So what is the best way to get these sorts of deals where you can buy a property, add value, refinance, and pull the vast majority of your money out? Where are you going to find these deals? So the best place on earth to get deals from is agents, estate agents. Now, a lot of people overcomplicate this and think you have to go direct the vendor straight away and you have to do your email marketing and everything like that. But actually, as I say that, I actually had a message come and it's literally come through just now. I don't know if you can see that. But basically in 2023, you can see the date there. Basically a guy, hi Joan, apologies for the delay. I've been on holiday. You dropped a letter in my house regarding a property in Ynys. Can you send me an email to see how this arrangement may work and clarify with my solicitor? There's no liability and 5 years. I'll happily meet to discuss. So basically, 2023, I had messaged that I'd done a massive amount of direct to vendor leads. So I had thousands of leaflets and I delivered them all. Took me like 3 weeks and I spent, hours a day walking the streets trying to get these direct to vendor leads. And now I've just had a message today as I was talking about direct to vendor leads and saying I'm not the best. Hi Joan, hope you're well. Are you still buying properties? Good morning, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm still buying properties. He said, yes, both tenanted. One is in Neatham, one is in Morriston. But these are probably not going to be deals. But what I'm saying is, when you, and that was probably only one reply that I've had. So I spent hours and hours trying to get this one lead. Or I spent hours trying to get leads. And now this was the only guy that got back to me, right? He's actually just replied there, saying that he's got 2 properties, they're both tenanted. They probably won't suit us because we always look for properties that are empty typically, where you can add value and either sell or refinance. But what I was getting to was the best place to find deals is with agents. So how are you going to do this? Well, you've got to speak to them. Basic, you've got to speak to agents, you've got to track who you're speaking to, and you've also got to view properties and build relationships with them. That's the only way that you're going to get these great deals. And a lot of people talk about off-market deals, but agents bring off-market deals to people who have bought from them, who have sold deals through them, so they understand that, you're serious. But if you're showing up to viewings all the time and you say, look, we'd like to offer on this property, or even if you offer on a property knowing that you're not going to get it for the price that you want, you're showing them that you're making moves, you're trying to get a deal sorted, right? So when you're trying to find deals, agents will pick up on that and they'll go, oh, do you know what? Fucking that Jordan, he doesn't stop messaging us. He's ringing us all the time asking if we've got any deals, you know what I mean? And then one deal will pop up, boom, and the agent will think of you. And this actually happened to me last week, where I've now got my next deal from an estate agent that is brilliant, and I actually bought this property from him. Now, he had an offer accepted with another investor for a property, and he was pulling his feet, he was dragging his feet, saying that he wanted to now renegotiate the price, and he wanted to really hit the price. He was getting the property for 140k, but now he's trying to offer 95 or 97 grand or whatever because of X, Y, and Z. Now, I never knew about this property, but then I was told, or I was rang and said, look, Jode, we may have a deal for you here if you want to come and have a look at it. So what's happened now? I went to view the property the same day, offered on the spot for what the agent said, look, I think he's going to accept this, offered that money, and now I've got my next deal, which is going to profit anything from 40 to 50,000 pounds as a flip. So purchase price, it may be a little bit more actually, depending on the renovation, but we're going to view that property next week, where we're then going to discuss the renovation costs. I've got an idea in my mind of what I think I'm going to spend there. So, but yeah, that has only come from 4 years ago, sorry, when I was viewing properties religiously. I may have had my money tied up in a deal, or I was trying to sell deals at the time, and I didn't have any investors at the time. But I was still viewing properties all the time, putting offers in. Just because if you go to view a property and you think it's not going to work, it doesn't mean you shouldn't offer on it. You should still offer on it, because if the deal does come off, then, you know, you've got to find an investor. Be all and end all. Co-source with someone. Go out and find an investor. Really dig your feet in and go and get one. But yeah, building relationships with agents is so important, and it does, you know, it's not going to happen in 2 or 3 months, but you've got to build the relationships over time and try and stay at the forefront of their mind all the time. Because when you are at the front, deals like this can come along and they've been let down by someone else. You can come in, swoop in, get a better purchase price and make really good money. But this comes over time when you're religiously viewing properties and showing interest. No one's just going to say, look, here's an off-market deal, you know, go and make £50,000. You need to be religiously looking after agents, speaking to agents and being in front of them. Let them know that you exist. So that is a little video based on how you're going to get these sorts of deals. Start with agents first, build the credibility, make sure that every agent in your area knows about you. And then when you're buying deals or you're selling deals, promote yourself online. Get testimonials from the investor to say, look, you just sourced me an amazing deal. And then what's going to happen? You're going to get more people that are reaching out to you because they know what you're doing. So people around you are going to know what you're doing, and then those are going to open that, you know, the off-market deals are then going to start coming to you. Instead of you chasing off-market deals and not buying any deals that are not off-market, get your foot in the door and then everything will open up to you. So I hope you found value in this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and follow, because again, loads more content coming for you guys.